Okay. Just prepare to cringe. That's the only preemptive warning I'm giving any of you right now, because we're about to cringe real hard. Oh boy. Oh god, please kill me. Please, I don't want to respond to this. Why did I choose to respond to this video? Oh god. Okay, so we're responding to a video by a guy named Salty Cracker because he's mad and he's white. He has 632,000 subs. He put out a video called Gay BC's LGBTQ alphabet book is pure child grooming material. All right, hit me up. Oh boy. I'm about to experience levels of cringe unparalleled by any in this universe.
The gay BCs. E is for I lied. E is for bye. Are you a woke toddler? Yes. Can you say, I'm woke? I'm woke.
Well, my friends, there's a reason why we call the lefties.
Damn, no wonder this guy's name is Salty Cracker. He is very white. I actually didn't know what this guy looked like before I actually didn't know what this guy looked like before I started this video, and he's about as white as I expected him to be. When I imagined how white this guy would be in my head, this is what I saw in my fucking mind's eye. Look how white he is. He is pure white. I could get the hex code for this guy's forehead, and it would be FFFFFF. Just pure white.
These Wayfair cabinet owners, because when they're not out there aborting kids, they are out there grooming kids, and this...
Wait, what? He's talking about gay people or the left? I can't tell.
Well, my friends, there's a reason why we call the lefties Wayfair cabinet owners, because when they're not out there aborting kids, they are out there grooming kids, and this book is a perfect example.
I see. The left is known for grooming kids. Interesting. U.S. state, or how about this? U.S. child marriage. Uh-huh. Ooh. So, you guys might know about this, but it actually turns out that Republicans, for a very long time, have been trying to preserve child marriage in America. They pushed for shit tons of policy to preserve it, and they've been fighting tooth and nail against Democrats' attempts to outlaw child marriage for a very long time. I highly recommend you look into it. It's a huge issue. I've actually been planning to do a whole segment about it for a while, but conservatives in America and across the whole world have been trying to preserve child marriage. I'm talking like children and adults getting married for a very, very long time. It's really fucked up. And if you look at the states in which child marriage is still legal, it's overwhelmingly Republican-run states. Overwhelmingly.
Of the degenerative nature of leftism. I gotta be honest with you, just a few years ago, when I was a lefty in California and they were doing the, I think it was the Prop 8, the gay marriage stuff, you had all of these right-wing people going out there and they were saying, so you got like Alex Jones. I got the documents out, everybody. They turned the frogs gay, and, this is a slippery slope. These Satanists out there, they're going to be teaching your kids sexual orientation in kindergarten. And I was sitting there going, that guy's crazy. That dude's crazy. I didn't understand. I did not understand the agenda. I couldn't see the plan. I had very limited scope.
Expert sex education should begin in kindergarten. I unironically believe that some degree of sex education should be taught in, like, kindergarten to first grade. Like, seriously, okay? Do you know how fucking weird it was having no sex education and being a kid and, like, my parents not teaching me, like, what a wiener is? Like, I feel like you don't have to teach them what sex is, but do you know why it's important to, like... Actually, you probably actually should. Hold on. Do you know why it's so important to teach, like, kindergartners some level of sex ed? It's very important. One, it's generally good for them to know what the fucking thing between their legs is, for one. It's probably good for them to know what that is, right? I feel like it's probably appropriate for them to know what that is. Two, it's very important for kids to know if they're being sexually abused. Kids who aren't taught proper sex education that are too young to know what it is if they're being molested or raped need to know what it is, why it's bad, and how to tell someone that can help them. They need to know how to do that. Do you know how fucking pog it would be if instead of a kid who's getting diddled by their uncle being too afraid to talk about it because they don't know what's happening to them and they don't know what's wrong, to instead know exactly what it is and to be able to tell a teacher or a parent or like a guidance counselor what's being done to them so they can get help? That would be fucking amazing. Can you imagine how much that would help with dealing with like the fucking sexual abuse of children? Xander Hall, kids have actually not been able to properly testify in court because they don't know how to properly name genitalia. Yeah, it's completely true. They need to be able to explain what's being done to them. There was a case where a girl told a teacher she was being molested by her uncle because of sex ed. Yeah, kids need to... Hold on, we can find articles on this. Who would have thought within the first what is this? The first 1 minute of the video, we find conservatives arguing against a thing that would help kids get help when they're being molested or actually groomed by an adult. Hold on. Why teaching kids sex ed will reduce abuse. Hey, I made that rhyme. You may think sex education, like it appears in pop culture, a classroom of teens looking nervously at a banana and a condom. You may think of sex ed. Amid the giggling and awkward questions, maybe the students get some insight in how sex works or how to prevent pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections. While it's valuable knowledge, comprehensive and LGBTQ inclusive sex ed actually has the power to positively influence the way young people see themselves and their sexuality. It may also help prevent sexual violence when it teaches students how to value their own bodily autonomy, ask for consent, and identify unhealthy relationship behavior. That possibility couldn't be more important at a time when the public is searching for answers about how to stop sexual violence. It's a familiar cycle. One person's predatory behavior becomes national news. Think Harvey Weinstein, Roger Ailes, Donald Trump, and Bill Cosby. The outrage reaches a peak before fading from the headlines, and we end up back in a similar territory months or years later. Nicole Cushman, executive director of the comprehensive sex ed nonprofit organization Answer, says that teaching young people about sex and sexuality can fundamentally shift their views on critical issues like consent, abuse, and assault. So basically, the idea is you need to teach kids what these things are so that they know, one, when they're being abused and how not to abuse others. This is important shit. I don't know how any fucking person could object to this unless they're just, like all conservatives, in favor of kids being groomed and sexually abused. Because it is true. Conservatives are in favor of this. This guy is in favor of this. There's no other reason, unless he's just has freezer temp IQ, why he would be arguing in favor of this. In fact, I would love for this guy to come on my stream and argue with me. Please. Salty Cracker, hit me up. Come on my stream.
Because holy shit, in a very quick amount of time, here we are. We went from bake my cake bigot to we're going to teach your kids the gay BCs, just like...
Did you just say all conservatives are in favor of kid grooming? What is your evidence for that? I don't know. Maybe it's because conservative politicians have been trying to defend the practice of child marriage in America for a long time and also have been trying to outlaw sex ed progressively in schools, which, you know, poses the danger of kids not knowing how to express that they're being sexually abused or not knowing how to engage in consensual sex or anything like that. Not evidence. Okay, buddy. I mean, conservatives live in a whole just blah, blah, blah. Hold on, Tolstoy, do you want to come on my stream? Tolstoy, do you want to come on my stream and debate? Get in the fucking debate me VC right now. Your statement was that every single conservative is in favor of kid grooming, not politicians. Hey, who votes in the politicians, dumb fuck?
Yes, holy balls. Get ready, my friends. We go on to the Blaze video. Woman has little boy read the gay BC.
Ah, yes, Blaze Media. Very unbiased and well respected I want to come on your face, buddy. I'll come on your mom, motherfucker. How hot's your mom? Hold on. I'm a MILF chaser myself. How hot is your mom? I'll fuck your mom. I'll become your stepdad, buddy. I will literally fuck your mom, and she'll enjoy it so much, she'll want me to be your new stepdad, okay? Son, go to bed. It's past your bedtime, okay? You've been up all night. You haven't slept. You're up all night jacking off to lolly hentai and playing video games. You haven't slept. You need to go to bed. I'm your fucking stepdad. I need to go fuck your mom, so go to sleep, all right? I'm your new stepdad. I fucked your mom. All right, hold on. Really quickly. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up something funny that was relevant. Oh, yeah. I see. This might be the furthest right I've ever seen anything come up on here than, like, this is further right than InfoWars, I believe. Mixed factual reporting. These media sources are moderately to strongly biased towards conservative causes through story selection and or political affiliation. They may utilize strong loaded words, wording the attempts to influence an audience by using appeal to emotion or stereotypes, publish misleading reports, and omit reporting of factual information that that damages conservative causes. Some sources in this category may be untrustworthy. See all right biased sources. Overall, we rate the Blaze strongly right biased based on story selection that almost always favors the right, and mixed for factual reporting due to a few failed fact checks and loaded emotional headlines. Nice. Very good for a conservative demagogue on YouTube to cite.
Sees a children's book with terms like bi, coming out, and I have to be careful with this. I can't believe I have to be careful with this because my channel's saying this word. That's going to be hate speech, even though these people identify with this word. So I have to say,
wait. The reason why Carlos Maza got mad at conservatives was because Steven Crowder kept calling him a fig, or kept calling him a queer. He kept on calling him lispy queer is what he kept calling him. Steven Crowder kept on calling Carlos Maza, quote, lispy queer, and made a shirt that said God hates figs or something like that. I don't remember what it was. It was like socialism is for figs. And then it had I believe it was Che Guevara doing like a sort of like little hand gesture that was sort of associated with like more feminine gay dudes. Carlos Maza's a cool dude. He's done some cringe things, I believe, but for the most part, I think Carlos Maza's cool. I think he followed my old Twitter before it got banned. That sucks. I lost that. Yeah, like the limp-wristed stereotype of like gay men that are more effeminate.
So I have to say, take that, Google robots. And the reaction is swift. Quote, this is full-on child abuse. Yeah, this is insanity right here.
Teaching kids that gay people exist is child abuse. Holy shit. Hey, Tolstoy, have you manned up to come debate your stepdad yet? Come on, join my Discord. Join my Discord, join the debate me, voice text, you're getting banned. Come on, you can debate your stepdad. Grow some balls, buddy. Stop malding in Twitch chat.
I can never get this word correctly, but in this video what you have is a woman broadcasting on her social media platforms of choice how great she is because she's teaching what's probably a 4 or 5-year-old over here, the gay BCs. Is this Munchausen's?
Munchausen.
Whatever that disorder is, where the...
I would love for this guy to get into a call with me and explain to me how teaching kids gay people exist is abusive. How... Hold on. I'm really curious. I'm actually extremely curious. When conservatives think about gay people, can they only think about gay sex? They do realize that gay relationships and straight relationships are the same, right? Effectively speaking. Like if they see a gay couple walking down the street, if they see like 2 gay guys kissing down the street, Can all they think of is just them, like, then later, you know, just absolutely gaping each other's assholes? Is that all they can think about? Because if that's the case, you may want to do some, like, soul searching. Why would I debate you? Lamau, your people will just dox me because leftists have no morals. That sounds like I'm a pussy and I'm too afraid to debate. Which is funny considering every large doxing, like, well-known community for doxing is like overwhelmingly right-leaning. Things like Kiwi Farms and 4chan. My community's never doxed anybody. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? All right, well, too bad you were too much of a pussy to debate. You would have been good content. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Would have loved to debate that dude, but he was too much of a pussy.
The grown-ass adult woman with Arrested Development pushes her mental instability onto her kid. That's what you're seeing in this situation. This is one of these women who keeps running around, gobbling up all of the critical race theory, and she hates straight white males, and then she had a straight white male, so she's gonna fix that. She's gonna get some of these excuse me, books, and change.
What am I witnessing right now? What the fuck am I witnessing? Like, he hasn't even made any arguments other than teaching kids that gay people exist is child abuse, I guess. He is a salty cracker. He's fucking mad and white.
This kid's mental state. Okay, Gay BCs, here we go. A video of a woman having a little boy read the Gay BCs, a children's book that uses the letters of the alphabet to introduce readers as young as 4 years old to LGBTQ words, has been making quite a stir on social media. The video begins with the little boy reading aloud the word, or the word for letter A, quote, ally. Ally. You cannot teach children the alphabet in this fashion. This doesn't make any sense. You can't take something like a letter and attribute it to a vague notion. Ally? This is fucking hell.
What? Ally is a word that starts with A. So you teach the kid the letter A, the first letter of the alphabet, and then a word associated with it that also starts with A. Why is A ally? Why not asexual? I agree with that. No, I completely agree with that, Caesar. I think ally is a cringe term. And I unironically believe that instead they should have made A asexual in that. Because otherwise, I can't imagine asexual being brought up, because obviously asexual starts with A, and there's no other letters in the alphabet that start with A associated with gay stuff. So of course now, or LGBT stuff, not just gay stuff, right? So now asexual is left out, which is kind of cringe. To show kids they don't need to be LGBT to know this stuff? Yeah. Yeah. You can't use letter A to teach kids about apples. That's child abuse.
This book is not about teaching children the ABCs, because that doesn't work. No 4-year-old is going to understand what the hell the word ally means. And this is before we get...
Wait, really? The word ally has tons of different contexts. For one, listen, I knew what the word ally was when I was 5 because I played Age of Empires 2, and in that game, you had allies. That's how I learned the word ally, by the way. Age of Empires 2, when I was 5 years old. Is ally, is that 4-letter word too fucking advanced for a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old? Like, okay.
Into some sexual orientation problems over here. Which is why forever, when we're teaching the ABCs, we link the letter to something concrete like A is for apple, A is for alligator, B is for bat. Because you don't have to explain. You don't have to go into the sexual orientation of alligators or bat. You ain't got to break down the taxonomy to explain to the kids. You say A is for apple.
So do you just not teach kids the word ally? It's a simple 4-letter word. It's 2 syllables. It's a simple explanation. Here, I'm going to explain the word ally right now. Somebody who supports the LGBT community. There you go.
Apple, and the kid goes, oh, I know what an apple is. I have an apple every day. Right? But when you move into this type of shit where these lefties are pushing with this book, how do you explain this stuff? They go in here, B is for bi. How do you explain B is for bi to a little kid without explaining sexual orientation? C
Wait, what is wrong with explaining to a kid sexual orientation? Wait, hold on. Did he never have like a crush when he was younger? I'm gonna be honest, I had my first crush on a girl when I was in kindergarten. Unironically. Granted, it was like, ooh, I think she's cute. I'm gonna rub a booger on her or something. I don't know. Whatever shitty little fucking kindergarten boys do when they have a crush on a girl and don't understand it. You know what? That's actually a good argument why kids should be taught like basic sex ed and like attraction stuff like that. They should be taught like, hey, by the way, if you're like a boy and you have a crush on a girl, that just means that you think she's pretty. You think girls are pretty. And you probably shouldn't like bully, because believe it or not, a lot of boys and girls when they're really young, because they don't understand what like being attracted to someone is, they start to like not understand what they're feeling, and it results in them acting like really shitty towards who they have a crush on. How many times, like when you're really young, like in kindergarten, first grade, has like a boy who clearly had a crush on a girl acted like really shitty and possibly even bullied the person they had a crush on because they just didn't understand what they were feeling and they didn't like it because they didn't understand it, right? Yeah, that's actually really common. I engage in that kind of shit. Someone just messaged me saying, what's your opinion on binary people? They're 100% valid and super based.
C is for coming out. D is for drag. G is for gay. I is for intersex. How the hell are you going to explain intersex to kids? You got to talk about chromosomes. You're going to talk to a 4-year-old. 4-year-old don't understand the fucking alphabet, but you're going to explain basic biology and chromosomes to them? That shit don't make any sense. And of course, it doesn't need to make any sense because this isn't meant at face value to teach children about.
Is this guy just opposed to teaching kids about things? I would have loved if I learned about basic biology when I was like 5 or 6 years old. Dude, when I was a kid, holy shit, when I was a kid, I loved learning like really fucking niche information, stuff that typically a lot of people my age wouldn't know, and then getting in arguments about it with my classmates. Do you know what I used to do? I found out when I was in first grade that Mars had similar gravity to Earth and an atmosphere. And all the other kids in my class thought, because they mostly like knew about the moon, thought that you would like float like on the moon on Mars and didn't have an atmosphere or gravity. And I argued with my fucking classmates about this. Like, no, Mars has very similar gravity to Earth and an atmosphere. It's not one that we could breathe, but it's an atmosphere. And all the kids in my class started arguing with me about it. So I raised my hand and I asked the teacher, hey teacher, does Mars have gravity similar to Earth and an atmosphere? And she said, yes. And then I got up on my desk and then I started giving all of my classmates the finger. And I was like, fuck you! No, I didn't actually do that. But I said, haha, in your face, I was right, suck my cock. You know? I didn't actually say the suck my cock part. But I definitely rubbed it in their faces, okay? I don't think there's anything wrong with teaching younger kids advanced topics about biology and what have you. It's just good, you know? But no one clapped. They were actually just like, okay, whatever the fuck. They didn't actually care, right? But I did feel really good about myself because I watched like a lot of shows about astronomy and like space. And I love space. Space is one of my favorite topics to learn about. So yeah, that was, I don't know. I don't like, how can you like live with yourself while also being against the concept of teaching young kids about things? There's nothing inappropriate about gay stuff. Like, obviously, if the teacher is like showing pictures of kids, like, okay, if the teacher is teaching kids about gay people and they're showing pictures, like these are first graders, and they're showing kids pictures of like, you know, gay dudes in like gimp outfits, that's like dudes in thongs, maybe that's not the correct place. Like a classroom's probably not the best place to show that to kids, you know? But if it's just like, hey, sexuality exists. This is why when you look at little Sally over there, you may, think they're kind of cute, right? You're attracted to them because you're straight. And if you're a boy and you look at little Timmy over there and you think he's, attractive, then you're probably gay or bi or something, right? Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with teaching kids why they might have a crush on a classmate, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Salty Cracker probably thinks you should teach kids about how great Trump is. Yeah, I guarantee this dude would not think it's a big deal if in like a kindergarten class they started teaching kids about the dangers of communism, right? If they started teaching kids in like a kindergarten class about how great communism is and how awesome or how bad communism is and how great Trump is, he would not have a complaint in the fucking world. He would probably be saying, based kindergarten teacher. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about how complicated these topics are. He just doesn't like gay people.
out the alphabet. It's all about exposing little children at the age as early as 4 to these sexual orientation, to these terms. You're grooming children with this type of nonsense, and you've got mentally ill people like this
What does he think grooming is?
mom who is out there virtue signaling how great she is by exposing her kid to this book. She ain't teaching this kid the alphabet. She's showing everybody how woke she is. She is sacrificing her child upon the altar of wokeness on fucking Twitter for the digital backclaps, and you lefties go out there and you run protection for this. Look at this. Here's a small sample of the type of kickback that you get when you start screaming that this is insane.
Sacrificing your child on the altar of wokeness? What's that one biblical story about the guy who wanted to prove his devotion to God so much that God like made him drag his kid to the top of a mountain and he was going to sacrifice his kid, but then God was like, haha, JK? Which story was that? Abraham, yeah. Yeah, Abraham and Isaac. Yeah, where Abraham was going to sacrifice his child, but then God was, haha, JK, just wanted to see how far you'd go. Like, this isn't a biblical story, okay? It's just, you're just teaching kids that like gay people exist, and they do. Like they got to learn it eventually. What do you want them to learn about it? Like from you about how gay people are bad? I guess that is what you would want.
Quote, I don't get what like homophobic people find so toxic with videos like this one. You're grooming a small child. You're grooming a small child under the guise of teaching it the alphabet. Fuck
what do you think
Everyone
grooming
sees
is?
What's going on. Quote, wow, the child like probably going to grow up to be like respectful that people can be different in so many ways. Oh my god.
Holy shit, we're getting like top tier 2004 comedy here when we're talking about gay people. They're doing the lispy voice. Oh my god, look at this amazing fucking 2004 comedy here. Oh my god, give me my fucking comedy award. Holy shit. Can we read the comments on this video? I'm really curious. Any parent who teaches their children sexual orientation at 4 should be arrested for child abuse. The parents are mentally abusing, confusing, and honestly disturbing teaching a toddler about any sort of sexual orientation. Drag queen story time that would have disturbed the fuck out of me in kindergarten. I'd be like, who is this scary clown person? Jesus Christ said, whomever defiles one of any of my little ones, it better they wrap a heavy stone around their necks and throw themselves into the roaring sea than for them to endure the day of judgment, the word of God. Are you a brainwashed toddler? Yes. Can you say I'm brainwashed? I'm brainwashed. Everyone should be homeschooling their kids to save the family an American way. My 5-year-old has a transgender student in her kindergarten class. In reality, he's a little boy, but obviously his abusive parents are brainwashing him. It's sad to watch. They have the gall to promote this garbage while banning Dr. Suez. I remember when school wasn't even supposed to teach you about how your sexual organs work until 6th grade. What the fuck is happening? I mean, what the fuck is happening is a lot of kids are being sexually abused because they don't know how to explain that they're being diddled by their fucking uncle because they don't know what a penis is because they're not getting any sex ed.
I can't believe this is like brainwashing. It is brainwashing. And here's how you know it's brainwashing, you dumb prick. You're trying to shut down opposition to this.
Wait, I just realized something. This is how I know this man's back is fucking dripping, okay? This chair, look at this shit. I know this man is sweating like fucking crazy. Look at me. I've got it turned down to 66 in here and I'm still sweating. Holy fuck. We have the same exact chair. This means he has to debate me. He has to debate me now because he has to. Hey, you think my armpits are sweaty? Wait till you see how my massive bulging cock and balls are right now, dude. It's like a fucking swamp down there every time I stream. It's like, it's like fucking, it's like a fucking massive fucking like bratwurst that's been like left in a fucking hot water bath for 2 days. It's really sweaty down there.
To people talking about sexual orientation to little children by slandering us as homophobic. I don't give a fuck about anybody's sexual orientation as long as it's consenting adults. Do whatever the fuck
Oh, you don't care, but if kids know they exist, then you really care.
you want. But once you start explaining to little
You should debate Dark Viper. I think me and Dark Viper, I would love to talk to Dark Viper AU. I've actually like watched a lot of his content lately. He's actually a really good content creator. I like Dark Viper AU a lot. I think if we talked for like 10 minutes, he'd probably be like, okay, I understand, and we would get along. Dark Viper AU is a cool dude.
Children the sexual orientation of this type of realm. I got a huge problem, and the fact that I got a huge problem with it and you're trying to shut us down by calling me homophobic, get bent. We fucking coming. We're going to expose this type of nonsense. This is our problem with all of this nonsense that you idiots are doing. You're going to have, if you ever open up the kindergartens at this point, you're going to be having drag queen story hour where you've got dudes who've got a criminal record. Go look at all of these people who.
Oh shit, it's that one drag queen dude, the one drag queen dude who did like so for those of you guys that don't know, there was one drag queen dude who actually had a record and was a sex offender, and he'd literally just been like invited to like a private party. There was like a party where there would be kids, and he did like a story reading, and it was one dude, and it wasn't like a school. I don't believe it was like a school or like a library or anything like that. It was like some mom invited him over, and it was the one guy, which, you know, that's bad. It's not good, but like, this doesn't seem to be common.
Been invited to schools who aren't allowed to be around kids because they've been arrested and have sexual assault charges against minors with them, and they reading little fucking.
He wasn't invited to a school, by the way. I know this story because every one of these people brings up the one guy. And I've read the story. He wasn't invited to a school.
Kid books in public schools, and everyone thinks that's just fully fine. We're going to be reading the gay BCs. 4-year-olds shouldn't be talking about sexual orientation, and I'd have just as big a problem if you found me some sort of fucking book where you had straight people. B is for bondage, or I can't even think of sexual orientation.
Wait, what? B is for bondage. None of the letters in that story were teaching kids like about like kink sex. What the fuck? Yeah, if there was a book teaching kids about bondage, maybe then I would be like, let's hold back on that, homie. Okay, listen. Maybe teach kids about kink when they're in like maybe like eighth grade or something. That's like an age when they're probably going to be sexually active, and maybe kink and like consent and consensual non-consent is like a thing to teach them then. But like, I think there's a bare minimum of sexual. Yeah, W is for water sports. Hold on, can we come up with like a good, after this segment, we'll come up with a nice, C is for cock and ball torture. S is for sounding. A is for anal, obviously. What else do we have? V is for vor. B is for ball stretcher. X is for Xan, because I am sex. I am literally the personification of sex. B is for BDSM. No, B is just for bondage. G is for golden shower, but that's water sports, though. We can't reuse it. F is for Fuda. P is for pegging. O is for orgasm. M is for MILF. S is for sissy. What else do we have? H is for horsecock. True.
Shit for straighties, but it doesn't matter the sexual orientation. Don't talk about sex. Don't use sexual terms around kids.
F is for furry. E is for edging. D is for diaper. T is for tits. H is for hentai. No, I like H is for horsecock.
Don't expose little children to this. If you're going to teach them the ABCs, just teach them the fucking ABCs. And if you don't do it, we're going to call you out. This stuff is nonsense. This person goes, this kid's going to be like super duper tolerant when he's a grown up. I don't think so. I think this kid is in a lot of trouble. He got a fucking parent. You know, there's this angry single mom over here. Oh, I can't believe I had a straight fucking white male. I'll fix that. This kid going to be all types of fucked up because this mom is fucked up. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching the video. Support channel. You want to be kept up to date on these lefties grooming our.
This video has 200,000 views. And nothing of substance was said. Why is it so easy for conservatives to make shit tons of fucking money and get huge on the internet? Report the video? Should I? Should I report the video? Which one of these would it be? Well, which one would it be? Number 2? Oh, abusing harmful and vulnerable individuals. And this does apply to links within the video description as well, because he links the Blaze article. Timestamp selected. Do I have to select a particular timestamp, or I don't think it matters. Hold on. They'll report you. Yeah, but they won't find anything. Should I report it? Here, listen. You know what? I'll let you guys do it, okay? You guys know the video. Gay BCs, LGBTQ. This is breaking TOS, okay? I'm not going to do it because I'm a content creator, all right? And I would like to be able to debate this fucker. But I'll let you guys do it, okay? I'll let you guys do it, all right? If you guys feel like you want to do it, you guys can report it. It is breaking TOS. It's up to you. But not on stream. Another day, another day. Well, that video didn't say a single thing of substance, and might have been one of the cringiest things I've ever seen. Somehow more cringy than the fucking Arch Warhammer British accent, where he goes, "The LSJWs are destroying Western culture." So yeah, dude, mass reporting? No, it's not mass reporting. Do you think me reporting a video or saying if people want to, they can report a video for breaking TOS is mass reporting or brigading? That's not how it works. If I said, I don't like this person, go brigade them, then it would be, but that's not what that is. Also, he's breaking TOS. You do know it's not against the rules to report a video that is breaking TOS for breaking TOS, right? The dude's literally claiming that teaching kids that gay people exist is child abuse. Like, come on. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring the bell icon. You can donate or sub to me through my website or super chat, or hit the channel, the join button to become a channel member if you want to support me. Join my fan Discord, follow me on Twitter, sub me on Patreon, whatever you want to do. Thank you for watching, and have a good one. See ya.